Okay, folks, I received a download, and I just did a reading before this, and it talks about what a wonderful and beautiful soul that you are, and how you are guided and supported by the angels, and protected as well. So they had me do that reading first, and now the message for this reading is freedom from bondage. And they're saying how you're going to go through a spiritual ranking, which is like rising, because you're aligning with your inner wisdom, with your practical actions. And this is going to be a divine validation for you. And Lord Cthulhu came out in a different deck in the last reading. And when I pulled this dragon deck down, here he was again at the bottom. So, he's somebody that, he didn't let people tell him who he was. He told them who he was. He stood in his power. He stood in his own magic. He didn't allow the people around him to manipulate his mind. And I think that's maybe what this is happening here because of the last reading I did, which will be in the description of this reading. So if you feel the need to check it out, you can. Now, they were showing me the number 7 and the number 6 because the 7 is a lot to do with the spiritual rebirth and your examination of yourself, like you're examining your own soul and you're humbling yourself. And then number 6 is freedom. And, freedom comes at a cost, right? Like, if you go onto a spiritual path, you will not resonate with all the people around you anymore. And then that comes like, you sacrifice situations or the loved ones in your life. But if that happens, you have to remember that it's because you don't resonate with them. Like they're not on the same vibration as you. You don't vibe with them anymore. And that's okay. Though that's really hard because, when you're a people pleaser and you always, do what everybody wants and, you do things that you sacrifice yourself for that. But then when you stop doing that and you start recovering from being a people pleaser, then the energy shifts. You then are taking back your power and it shifts from them to you. Right? And that's what you could be learning. And they asked me to bring down a deck and I forgot. So let me just grab that here. The Lemurians, the Palladians brought out a message in the last reading. What's going on with this? I don't even know how to open it. Hold on. And they brought up some really good messages. So the Lemurians seem to be pretty into this one. So I'm just going to shuffle this a little bit before I start. So I think I had them organized to do something else here. So I want to just make sure that they're mixed up well. Okay. Let's set that here. Okay, so we're going to begin. They want me to they want me to pull out a Dragon Path deck, card, sorry. So we're going to start with that, and we're going to read this at the very end because this card has a lot to do with whatever you're going through right now. Okay, Spirit, I'm ready if you are. Oh, turn it this way. Okay, let's see here. This one. Archimedes. I don't know, and little courage on the bottom. He's holding this sphere of light here. I don't know what this, I don't think I've ever seen this dragon card before. I'm going to set that right here. And I'm just going to pull out some oracles and see what's going on here. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I just hit the microphone. All right, where do you want to begin, Spirit? Okay. So they want to begin where they left off. We have Horus, manifestation. You know, they brought up about manifesting in the last one too. Now that the energies have hit the earth, a lot of solar energy is coming in, and it's changing. You know, and you know the change is all around you, because if you even tap into the news at all, or, you know, any social media, I guess, you know, you can see how things are just like really accelerating around the earth. And I mean, though it seems like it's a little crazy and maybe a little scary at times, you know, don't feed into that fear. Look, Hathor, light activation, accelerate, brilliance, stand in your light. Kathumi, no joke. Okay. Initiatory experience. Your current situation is initiating your gifts. Yeah, you know, because the last reading was about being in perfect balance. Okay. So Kathumi is definitely all over this. He's a master. I think he came out in this one because I don't think I should have taken the card here, the Kathumi card there. So that's okay. I'm allowed to mess up. Well, trust in divine purpose. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come. Know that you are on the path of growth. And what did they give me in that download? They said that this is going to be a divine validation for you. Okay, let's see here. What other message do you have here, Spirit? It's on the bottom. Number 17, it's time to play. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. You know, because they were talking about that perfect balance, but that perfect balance, oh, they had me split it, was more about dealing with the energies. You are protected. Look, no joke. This is definitely coming from the last reading too, because you were like really highly protected in that reading. Okay, Spirit, this one here. Okay, I heard just the one. Deepening. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. You know, and it's funny too, because my cat cried to get in at the end of the last reading, so. Okay. This one. Okay. What's on the bottom? Alignment. You know, it's funny too, because 39 breaks down to a 4, which is also the number of protection from angels. And a lot of 4s were in that last reading. Oh my God, look, alignment's back on the bottom, Spirit. They were doing that in the last reading too. That's so funny. Look, divine plan on the bottom here. Your soul has a master blueprint of your life path, and it holds within it. It will never steer you in the wrong direction. Yeah, because, you know, the last reading had a little bit to do about your path and your direction too. So this is that balance that they're talking about, that alignment. Okay. So funny, Spirit. You notice how they're bringing out like one card's flipped over. One, I should have left that flip down actually because okay. They also had me bring out my tarot deck that is the galactic one. Okay, so one of these. Wishing on a star. It is time for you to dream again. Go ahead, make a wish. It just might come true. I notice they've been showing me the number 7 a lot because, you know, this actually breaks down to a 7, and they showed me the card with number 34, which also breaks down to a 7. So you could be seeing a lot of 7s and 6s, and it doesn't matter in what series those are. Okay, let's see here. Family of light. Look at that. You see how it's all aligned? All these lights are lined up. Okay. It's on the bottom. Nurture. Wow, Spirit. This is Mother Mary, and I noticed Mother Mary was at the bottom of this deck. Miraculous encounter, divine experiences. Do not be afraid of being powerful. You could be seeing like diamonds or diamond type light, or you know those crystals that people hang in their window, and the light reflects from it and it kind of illuminates. Nurture. You know, I think this is about nurturing your soul here, about putting more self-care into yourself. Okay. Let's see here. Come together. Yeah, with your soul family. Vibration, imagination, and awareness. Yeah, I think you're really you're really expanding your intuition. You're really expanding your third eye. You're really expanding. Look, and then I split it on well-being. You know, there's really a big importance here about nurturing your well-being. Your well-being has a lot to do with your self-care. So it's all in perfect timing. This is it. It's time to take action now. It will be here to help you every step of the way. You know, and I think that reading, the last reading, ended with about going on an adventure. And that it was time to take action towards that. So, I mean, it had a lot to do about your dreams and manifesting. So I'm not really sure what you have going on, because this is a reading for the collective. So we all have different dreams and aspirations. Your soul star chakra, no joke. Merging with the divine. And they said this is going to be a divine validation for you. Wow, Spirit. You know, I see here they're showing me the number 1. It's all in perfect timing. You know, and these are all the steps I think that you've been taking or you're going to take. And then they have the soul star chakra here, which is number 10, which is like the beginning and the end of a cycle. You know, I did a reading there a few weeks back, I think, maybe, yeah, a few weeks back, and it talked about a completion of a cycle. I don't think I posted it on this channel, though. I mean, I suppose I could. Maybe I should. You know, the spirits, yeah, I'll have to go into my archive here and into my files and pull that back up and post it. Hold on. Reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. Okay. You know, I think that you've always put yourself into this pretty little box and presented yourself to the world as in, always pleasing others and not, and now that you could be, maybe you haven't started that journey yet, but I believe you have. I believe that, because this is the reading coming from that last reading, and it was talking all about how, you're not going to be a people pleaser anymore. You're going to just keep your power to yourself. You've reclaimed all that back, and now that's causing, like, conflict in your life and that kind of stuff. So I think now that you're not presenting yourself as this perfect little package to the world, you're allowing yourself to be who you truly are. You're seeing yourself for who you are. You're, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it all. You're allowing yourself to feel the emotions that maybe you always kept bottled up before, that you didn't want, to upset anybody. You didn't want to stand out or become criticized because of it. You didn't want to rock the boat, I heard. You didn't want to create a wave of negativity towards you. True love, yeah. At the core foundation of this relationship is the potential for true love. So this is the relationship with yourself. That's what they're talking about here. Light language. You could have started noticing, look in the number 6, you could have noticed another 10 too, and another 9. You could have noticed like light language could be something that is something that you're attracted to, or it could be very activating. You have a Lemurian guide coming in here. So your Lemurian guide is, see this halo? This is definitely from the last reading. Like I said, I'll connect that into the description of this one. Your Lemurian guide is here with Archangel Michael, and I believe Gabriel is part of this reading as well, because they showed me an angel blowing a horn, and that would be Gabriel. Okay. Okay. So I think they're going to help you with your, they're raising your vibration, bringing more awareness. I think they're going to bring more awareness to, the fact that you need to do more self-care, always follow, like, loving yourself. They want to show you how to love yourself properly, what you deserve, the love you deserve, not what people have always made you believe or think that you. Okay, what's on the bottom here? Anchor into your energy. Come home to yourself instead of focusing on others, tasks to be completed, or the external world. Stop riding every wave and drop anchor by doing an activity you love or spending quality self-care time alone. Center yourself to feel more powerful, calm, and confident. Your intuition will then stabilize. Because they're talking about like this alignment in your soul, in your soul chakra card here, merging with the divine. Okay, let's see here. There's another card here they want. I see they're showing the North Star twice here too. And they're bringing out a lot of butterflies. There's a butterfly above this door here with all his perfect timing, and the butterflies here. So, expanding your gifts, expanding your inner self, to this light activation and the light. Oh yeah, I just realized the light language with the light activation. So they're definitely using these cards to activate you in some way here. On the bottom here, declutter your mind, home or school, organize and tidy your living or workspace, quiet your mind for lighthouse cleaning in your head, free up room in your schedule so you aren't giving away all your energy to others. Declutter your life to make space for your intuition. Less can often be more. Simplify and streamline. They brought that up a couple times already. So I think this is a lot to do with your self-care. Yeah, I'm going to read this card because I think this has a lot to do with it. Again, another 9. So create energy instead of mirroring it. Humans mirror the energy they encounter in others or in the world. Instead of being reactive, generate energy proactively, sorry. What type of energy would you like to experience? Let it begin within you. Energy is infectious, so others may mirror back your healing energy. Mindfully expose yourself to the energies you wish to cultivate. Okay. Yeah, and then underneath that is support your physical body. So yeah, this is all about your self-care. They want you to really spend a lot of time with your self-care. And the importance of that self-care is because if they're doing this light activation in you, and they're, you're aligning with this perfect balance like they were talking about in the last reading, and they're going to try to merge with the divine energies, you have to be tingly all over. You have to be taking extra care of yourself during these moments. Like, sometimes, we eat junk food and, we smoke or we drink or whatever. This could be something that you're not really attracted to anymore. You might, not really want to go drinking. You might not, you might be trying to give up smoking or not smoke anymore or, something like that. Like, you could be giving up things that don't resonate with you anymore. They don't have the same vibration anymore. Okay, so support your physical body. The current state of your physical self-care significantly affects the current state of your intuitive abilities. Just like I was saying, whether your health is robust, you're recovering from an injury, or you're managing a chronic condition, be a proactive steward of the vessel that houses your sixth sense. Your body requests more support or attention now. Just like I was saying, like, if you want to move further into your spiritual gifts, that's something you're going to have to do. I never noticed before, but these cards have the North Star all over them. That came out in the last reading. I like how they do that. Like they continue from one reading into another one for deeper, so if you resonate with the other one, then this definitely is for you, because this is going to be your divine validation, as they said. Okay. So they want me to bring out the, justice. That's that balance. Look and see how the scales are not quite balanced here. And then you have the sword. That looks like Michael's sword. So, your energy could be getting off balanced a little bit, And it probably has a lot to do with your self-care, because in the, they talk about, looking within and really paying close attention to following your heart. Oh, look at that. That's unusual. Well, the Four of Wands, yeah. Finding people that are resonate with you, that vibrate with you. And I notice that they have dolphins here just like they have here. Actually, I think that's a dolphin and a whale. Underneath, the Six of Discs. That's funny because it came, the discs, and this one here is Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles came out in the last reading as well. There's going to be a big celebration going on here. Okay. The Five of Wands. This is, it's funny because that also showed up in the last reading about the conflict, that because if you're not presenting yourself anymore in this perfect little package and people pleasing, and because you are coming from being a people pleaser, it's going to cause conflict in your life. It's going to, you're not going to resonate with people anymore, and they're going to want you to be who you used to be, and you're not going to do that because you're not here to live for them. You're here to live for you. The Magician. That's finding your power. That's finding your purpose. It's finding your being able to wield all of the energies around you to connect you to your own intuition. The Three of Discs too. This is being a teacher and a student at the same time. It's about this, I think, has a lot to do about your manifestation too, because aligning your inner wisdom with your practical actions, like taking those steps forward. You might have to do some planning, you might have to do some rearranging, but yeah, just stand your ground. Like, don't let these people intimidate you. Okay, what else do you have here, Spirit? Do you want any clarifiers here? The Ace of Swords, look, that's truth right there. That's clarity. That's the truth. Okay. It's the truth of God right here. Look, in Judgment. Look, and didn't I tell you that they showed me the angel blowing the horn? That's Gabriel. See this big giant tree with all the colors in it too? So it's aligning all those chakras. The Ace of Wands here underneath is all about the creativity. See how this hand is coming out of the portal here? This is about your passion. It's about finding that see how they're, this is like illuminating. Even the all the chakras are illuminating. This is your ability to manifest. You're a very powerful being if you want to be. It's just these energies are a constant fight and a battle. And, I know it's not easy. I've been there. I'm still there. I fight them all the time. Sometimes it's an internal struggle. You know, it's unfortunate. It's a part of the path if you want to take on the spiritual, you know, and then you have right here the Six of Wands, no joke, and then the Lovers, wow, Spirit. And this is to bring this harmony. Six of Wands, wow, that's all about, you know, a lot of success and leadership, being seen, having victory, accomplishments, being an influencer, you know, like being that leader of your community, or you have a really special gift here. With the Lovers, you know, I think this might be some kind of new relationship coming in for you. Okay, so we're going to read this and see what this they want to tell us here with this Artemis? Actramus? I don't know how to say that. I don't even know why I'm trying. Okay, let's see what type of dragon this is. They're all different types of dragons. So look at that. He's a galactic dragon. That's funny because they had me bring out my galactic deck. And I did notice there's a dragon in one of these cards here. Oh, I think it's the Lovers. Yeah, there's a dragon. See the dragon above the Lovers here? It's actually a water fish dragon. You notice that there's like two suns, or are those two moons? I think those are two suns. Wow. You see how the these two pillars too, it's like the Four of Wands over there. You know, you're going to be divinely guided. There's something coming in here for you. I don't know if it's this new relationship. Okay, so this galactic dragon has something to tell us here. Page 92. See here. Oh, no joke. You know what this is? It's called, it says here, integrate the higher vibrations within your work and life. And that's what we were talking about. That's what this has all been about that balancing, you know, the energies, and finding all that self-care, and, you know, don't be giving your power away to anyone and all that. Wow. Okay, so I am the dragon Actramus, I don't know, of the seventh golden ray dimension. I am kin to the Atlantean dragons who were seventh dimensional, but chose to work with the fifth dimensional beings of Atlantis and oversee the raising, or the raising of their vibration to the seventh dimension. Wow, because this is about wow. Because I was saying how in the very beginning my download was about the spiritual ranking, like you were rising up in your spiritual ranking. So they're saying that he joined this reading today and heed his words. The time has come for you to begin integration with the seven dimensional golden ray energy and initiate the process of anchoring its frequency into your being. Like I was saying, like you have to take care of your physical vessel. You have to take care of your mind, your spirit. You have to take care of your physical vessel too, because, you know, like with this alignment, they cannot bring you into the higher realms if you're not taking care of your, and you know it's funny too, because I was talking about in the last reading, I was talking about how like I don't drink coffee anymore, but I really do miss it, and you know, at times, and I started drinking something called comfrey, and it is a coffee substitute, and there's no caffeine. And see, if you look into the glass here, it literally looks like coffee, and it has more like of a caramelly taste, but there's no caffeine in it, and it's quite good for you. Also, I've been doing like parasite cleansing too, so I've been trying to clean my vessel a little bit, right? So maybe, and you know, and I was talking about that, how, you know, maybe you don't resonate with the drinking and smoking and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. You know, Michael has a lot to do with the healing too, right? So, okay, let's see here. Okay, I went on a little tangent there. This will enable you to, okay, frequency into your being out. This will enable you to shift the old layers of the 3D energy and release it naturally. You know, and there was a card here that showed up in this too that was about let go. Oh, look underneath. Look, it's inner growth. Oh, no joke, Spirit. So, okay. It heralds the next phase of your incredible journey, holding a clearer vibration. Allows us to view the world without judgment, be at ease with ourselves, and let go of negativity. By accepting Artemis into your life, you are acknowledging that you are ready to shift your old DNA coding and integrate the higher vibrations into your life. Wow. So invite this dragon in. It'll help with the bridge. It'll help bridge like the higher, your soul chakra. You know, dragons have been demonized a lot through the ages, but really they've only been here to help. Look, yeah, and look, and even this card here is about nurture. And the Mother Mary is all about nurturing too. You could be seeing a lot of roses at this time. So this has been your divine validation. Okay, Spirit, thank you so much for this reading. And yeah, I just want to send you all my love and light and bid you a good day. And I hope this video finds you well. And I hope it helps propel you forward to take the next steps to your divine essence, to shine and illuminate the world. And I'd like to thank you for being here and being on this journey, not just with Spirit, but with me. So I bless you. Thank you. Have a good day. And if this resonated, hit that like button. It helps share and it helps spread this to more people in our community to come together as one to, bring awareness. Okay, so that's it. Bye, everyone.